Hey there, can you hear me? Just testing whether the sound is working okay. All good. It is. Welcome. Hi, Graham. Good evening to you too. So I'm testing out a new tripod stand for my tablet this evening. So I'm just sort of getting used to having this up there, which is great. Oh, good. I'm pleased it sounds good. Thank you, Graham. We've got 3 people here now. Good evening, everybody. 5 people. Welcome. Um, I'm just said to Graham, I'm just getting used to looking up at the tablet on its new stand, which is good. I can put it on the tripod without having to move it around. Evening, Ali. Evening, Pag. Welcome. I have my 3 moderators in the house. Thank you. So, okay, great. It's funny you should say that, Graham, because I've been considering doing a sort of podcast type thing with my blog posts, because I appreciate that not everybody watches video. And of course, not everybody can see video. So yeah, I was thinking about doing that. So, hi, Kalen. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We've got 6 people here now. It's Friday evening. It's the usual time for the live chat. I don't know what kind of day you've had, but I've had a busy day, very busy day today. I've been cleaning and doing all sorts of creative things, shall we say. Um, I spent this morning writing a piece of music and most of this afternoon doing the cleaning.
Hey.
Yeah. You all right, Paul? I had to clean, I had to do my least favorite cleaning job today.
Where's Graham?
Um, Graham's in the
In the
States.
States.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I did my least favorite cleaning jobs today, doing the bathroom and the shower room. We've got a bathroom, a shower room, and a downstairs loo. That's 3 toilets to clean. It's too much.
3 toilets to use.
Well, it's great having loos in the house. It really is. But, you know, when it comes to doing the cleaning, you've got to clean them all. You know, it takes forever. So there we go. Yeah, I'm a complete scrubber, Pag. I'm a complete scrubber. So how are you all doing? We've got 7 people here now. Thank you very much for joining us. Um, have you had a good day? Let me know. Hi, Cyber Doctor. How are you? You okay? Thanks for joining us. Um, yeah, how was your day? Let me know. Mine was so busy, but I'm not complaining. It was great. Um, but I got to sort of 2:30 and realized I'd not eaten anything apart from a bowl of cereal this morning. So I sort of had a very light lunch and continued to do my work. Ah, yes, I was aware of that, Graham. So your roots are in Sussex, Graham. Finished work early, great Pag, excellent. That's what I like to hear on a Friday. It is Friday, yeah, it is Friday. Since I've been part time, my days I still forget what day it is. It's really weird. Um, I'm still getting into the routine of not working on a Thursday and Friday. So there you go. Sorry, I'm a little hoarse this evening.
Nay.
Old joke, isn't it? I'm just having some water, guys. I'm not drinking tonight, as usual. Okay, wow. Wales, lovely. We're hoping to end up in Wales, Graham. Um, We love Wales. It's beautiful. It's sparsely populated compared to England, and you can still find beautiful old properties in the middle of nowhere. So that's our dream. Is it Carlen? Your your day is going good, thank you. Still cleaning and doing the laundry. Well, yeah. Welcome to my world, honey. Yeah, I tell you, that's what I've been doing today.
Jessica
Cleaning
Tandy.
and
That's
laundry.
that actress, isn't it? Jessica Tandy driving Miss Daisy.
Tuna and sweet corn baguette for you, Pag. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. I wish I'd had something more for lunch because I'm quite hungry now. I'm quite hungry to have our curry. We're having curry again tonight, as shown on YouTube, and it was nice. It was a nice curry, not too hot. Hi, Jane. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Nice to have you here, Jane. So, how was your day? Tell me all about it, and what have you got planned for the weekend? Is it the usual thing? The weather today was gorgeous this afternoon. We had rain this morning. Was it this morning when I texted you to
Yeah.
say we'd had rain? We had rain this morning. We had a shower. And then this afternoon has just been beautiful. The golden sunshine this evening. I've just had a shower. My hair is still wet, by the way. Um, but as I was having a shower, the sun coming upstairs into the top of the house was just golden, beautiful, divine. So you've got guests again, Jane. Wow, you've been busy. Um, they've been stuck on the M6 for hours. Oh no. Oh, goodness me, that blooming M6, I tell you. I like the M6 toll road. I think that's a boon. I really do. You annoyed your colleagues by singing all day, Ali. And what were you singing? I hope it was something good. What's our favourite pizza topping? Mine is one that Paul does because we don't tend to buy takeaway pizzas.
Well, we don't.
Um, spinach and ricotta. That's my favourite pizza
Well,
topping.
we could do that on Sunday.
And Paul makes the pizza dough like you're making, Jane. And that's my favourite. What's yours? Hi, Mags. I'm just catching up with who's joining us. Yeah, ricotta, Jane, on a pizza with spinach. Divine. Absolutely delicious because it sort of browns just nicely. Unequaled Nebula. Hi. Your mum is called Sarah, and when you said welcome, Sarah, she thought you could see her. Sorry about that. I love that name, Unequaled Nebula. I think that's lovely. Yeah, I like whatever on a pizza as long as it's homemade and as long as it's a crispy pizza. I don't like these thick crust stuffed cheese. Ugh, hate all of that. Thin and crispy is my favorite. What kind of sauce do we put on it? What do we use on the um do you do like a pesto on that one? Or do you do
Yeah.
tomato?
No, I
You
go
don't do
pesto.
tomato?
No,
No, it's like a pesto one, Graham, that we do on the spinach and ricotta. Um, olive oil and herbs and stuff, and then spinach and ricotta on top. So yeah, it's more like a pesto sauce. We've made other ones as well, um, but I can't quite remember them. We don't have pizza that often, do we?
I think we'll have it the weekend.
We're going to have pizza. You've inspired us, Jane Kelly. You have inspired us. We're going to have pizza on Sunday. Yeah, Great. You'll have to go shopping though.
Unequal Nebula is CD 1918 Offspring.
Oh, I see. Hi, welcome.
It's a family show.
Yes, it is a family show. We try to keep it in the family. We try to keep it all lovely and inclusive. So everybody's welcome. Film it. Oh, Jane, you know us. We film virtually everything at the moment. Our life is YouTube. It is at the moment. We're YouTube mad. But, got to keep the views up, got to keep the subscribers on the rise because we still need more subscribers. But, surely, slowly, I mean, and steadily is the word. So, you've got what, Sarah? Buffer rub. What's that then?
Buffering issues.
Oh, you're buffering. Oh dear. I hope we don't start having internet issues this evening like we did a few weeks ago. And I do hope Alexa doesn't start playing with the lighting. Really. My hair looks blue tonight, doesn't it? Does anybody else think my hair looks blue? Um, figs, rocket, and goat's cheese. Yeah, I couldn't tell what that said. It's my. Oh, Kelly's here. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. Say hello to Kelly, everybody. Kelly's got a new channel. She's great. And she's going to do well. We just feel this in our bones. Liquidized sprouts the other day. What?
Well, I pointed
What?
out she didn't have any oranges, and I pointed out
Liquidized sprouts,
lots
Paul.
of vitamin C. in
Don't start.
sprouts.
Yeah, but you can't liquidize sprouts. I mean, who would drink that? I mean, please, really? Okay. Yes, I realize that, Sarah. I realized that you meant buffering. That was funny. Cyber Doctor will be right back. Okay.
Ali asked, "Where's Barry? Where is?"
Well, it is a blue rinse, Mags. It's a purple shampoo, but I think it's because I've got the lights set to bright white in here to give good coloration on the skin. You see, I don't want to be looking as though I'm radioactive, especially wearing this scarf, which is virtually radioactive. Really. No, I haven't, Graham. I haven't had chance. I've been uploading YouTube videos every second of the day. But I'm going to. I'm absolutely going to. I think I'm going to start probably in the depths of winter when there's nothing else to do other than knit and crochet. So yeah, it's on my list of things to do, Graham. Oh, you're going to use my video to make dinner. Ooh, you're going to do the curry. Excellent. Remember, it's a mild version, that recipe, so ramp up the spices and the seasoning as you see fit, because we kind of quite like it mild. So, feel free to increase a little chili, perhaps. Also, somebody suggested some lime juice or lemon juice to give it an extra zing, which I think is a really good
At the
idea,
end.
actually. Yeah, at the end, sort of spritzed over it. There you go. Lovely. Well, enjoy it. I always have a healthy glow. Well, you're very kind, Ali. You're very kind. I'm not sure I have a healthy glow first thing in the morning when I'm half asleep, and in the depths of winter. Let's see. Absolutely. Absolutely, Graham. We have a lovely open fire here, although they're tightening up on the rules in London at the moment. You've got to make sure your logs are well seasoned before you burn them, and smokeless fuel only. We've always used smokeless fuel, but of course, you can't light a fire without smoke because you've got to get it going to begin with. And we don't like to use chemical firelighters, so we do use kindling and paper to get it going, but we do use smokeless fuel. So yes, crocheting, knitting, all those lovely winter pastimes, um, snuggled up in the on the sofa. Absolutely. Well, London, we've got to think about London. It's so polluted already with the traffic, Graham. So, it's ridiculous. So we do need to think about that. But yes, I mean, if something burns cleanly, I think it's good, but it will add to the pollution naturally. Um, oh, good, Kelly. You've been using the facial brush. I did a little bit of facial brushing before my shower this evening, and I do feel my skin's quite soft. So it does get rid of that dead skin. You've got to get that dead skin. You've got to slough away the dead skin. Sarah, you'll be drinking hot chocolate. Well, instead of lemon, you could use a dash of vinegar, a little white wine vinegar, a little balsamic vinegar, a dash of soy sauce, something like that, just to give that extra zip to the flavor. So try it. Don't be afraid to chuck any old thing in your curry, to be honest. I do. That was a recipe that Paul was following that we'd adapted from something else. So when I make a curry, I tend to throw everything in. Yeah. Bit of this, bit of that. Why not? Um, oh, you're lighting a fire now. Oh, lovely, Jane. Oh, I bet that's nice. Do a picture of it when you've lit it and upload it to Facebook so we can all see. Um, no, no, I don't like sushi. I don't like anything raw. I know there's sort of vegetable ones, but oh no, I like raw vegetables, but I don't like sort of, fish and things like that raw. And no, it's not my bag. Do you? Yeah, Jane, share it with us so we can all see your cozy fire. Hove, yes, we know Hove, Graham. Yeah, we know Hove. You worked with somebody, didn't you, in Hove?
Yeah,
Yeah, Paul had a colleague and he was down in Hove quite a bit
a lot.
at one stage.
It's amazing.
You loved my energy. Well, you're very kind. Thank you so much. I'm trying to keep the energy up because this is a live show and it would be terribly boring if I was flatlining all the way through, wouldn't it? So I'm very pleased you do. And thank you very much for saying. I appreciate that. Wow. Yeah, Brighton. Brighton certainly is a lively place, Graham. Hi, Erica. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Erica's in the house, everybody. Erica, say congratulations to Erica. She's just reached 1,000 subscribers. It's absolutely fantastic. Congratulations, Erica. Give congratulations to Erica, everybody. She's done really well on her channel. She's just taking off amazingly. It's brilliant. Excellent. Well done. Let me catch up. Hi, Linda. You're back from Tenerife and making tomato sauce with spaghetti. It's lovely, that one, Linda. We love that tomato sauce. That's the one in the oven, yeah? Yay! Woo! Fireworks going off for Erica. Woo! I'm going to vape to congratulate you. Mm. Unequaled Nebula, congratulations. You're on 0 subs. Have you got content? Have you got some content that we can watch? Because we'll subscribe to you. That's no problem. Add sausage to the tomato sauce. Well, you could. You could if you like sausage, or you could add vegetarian sausage to it as well. Quite easily. So, yeah, delicious. We used to make some lovely sausage casseroles years ago
Casseroles, yeah.
when we used to eat sausages. Paul used to work for a company called Brocket Hall
I
Foods
create.
with Lord Brocket, and they did sausages. And at one stage, we had to test all of the sausages. We ate sausages for weeks, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, and they were good. They were blooming good sausages, but that was when we were meat eaters. So nowadays we wouldn't do that. Okay, so you've got content uploading at the moment. So great. So we can subscribe to Unequaled Nebula. I love that name. How did you come up with that name? It's really interesting. Sausage and mash with peas and a thick gravy, onions and thick gravy. Lovely. So you post gaming on Equal Nebula. Well, that's good because there's a massive gaming community. So, I'm sure if your content's superb, you're going to do well. We'll support you anyway. Yeah, no problem. Once I've finished on here, I'll sub you. No problem at all. Well, yeah, people do. People are really fascinated by gaming, and it's a big industry, and a lot of people love it. I was a gamer. I've said this before. Back in the 90s, Pag will vouch for me on that. We gamed together quite a lot, and I kind of fell out of it because there was so many other things to do, and I could easily spend a whole day playing games back then. So I'm totally with it. I have nothing against gaming at all. I think it's amazing. I probably wouldn't do it now because I would probably become addicted to it again, and I've got too many other things I need to do. So I couldn't really afford the time. But I have gamed on my Kindle. Um, it's obviously nothing like having a gaming machine because the controls aren't particularly accurate. And obviously, you need to learn your moves. Um, but we used to play all the games from the late 80s, early 90s, all the big famous games from then, on usually on the Sega platforms. So yeah, there you go. Minecraft. I've never played Minecraft, but I've seen um, gaming. That's me. That's my gamer tag. Gaming. um, you like space, so that's where you get the nebula from. Yeah, I love space as well. Um, Unequal because everyone seems to be so similar these days, having always having to like stuff. But you're different. Good for you. Be different because that's what makes you stand out from the crowd. I know all about being different. I've always been different in a good way.
Oh, I like that. Unequal.
Kelly, you were a Sega kid. Yeah, we were as well. Sonic the Hedgehog. Um, gosh, I can't even think of the names of the games now. There were so many. I think we talked about this in a previous live show. And yeah, we loved gaming. Absolutely loved it. Um, Virtua Fighter, Sega Rally Championship. I was good at Virtua Fighter. Used to love that game. I used to play as a character called Sarah, and she had an awesome kick. And I used to be able to just kill anybody with that kick alone. Um, yeah, there we go. Hi, Anne. You used to play Candy Crush, but it was costing you too much money. Yeah, that's the thing. Gaming's changed, hasn't it? With a lot of things, you've got to buy stuff for games. In the old days, you just bought the CD-ROM, and that was it. You played that until you finished it. Yeah, loved Sonic, the original Sonic. We loved. In fact, I've got it on my Kindle, but like I say, I haven't got a controller for it, so it's very hard to be totally accurate. And of course, with Sonic, you've got to be accurate to get over certain obstacles. So yeah, Used to play Sonic in the morning and then pause the Sega all day while he went to school. Yeah, those are the days. Sonic the Hedgehog, loved it. Loved it. It was great. So, okay, well, I'm guessing something went wrong with dinner because the smoke alarm is going off. Okay, yeah, go and deal with that because smoke alarms aren't good. We set ours off quite regularly, and yeah, you don't want any fire in the house. That's not a good thing. You used to play games of mathematics and simultaneous equations. So did you, Paul?
Mm.
Oh, that sounds exciting. I don't even know what that means. I really don't. Pong. I've never played Pong. No. I'm trying to think what else we used to play. We had
What
loads
about
of
that thing
games.
from the tennis thing that you got on the screen? It went bing,
Tennis.
bing,
Tennis.
bing, bing.
That was called, wasn't it?
Was it?
I don't know. I don't know. Um, we used to have handheld ones as well. I don't know whether you remember. You used to be able to get handheld Space Invaders that were very basic, but they were great. And of course, I was an arcade lover as well. I used to love the arcade machines. Um, I think we talked about this last week. I used to play one called Phoenix and Galatians and the one with the tank. I can't remember what that one's called. Can you Google that for me, Paul? It was a tank arcade game and it had one word and I can't remember what it's called. Can anybody remember what that was called? No, it wasn't called Tank. Oh, Nights. Nights into Dreams.
Battle
Yeah.
Zone.
Battle Zone. Battle Zone. Anybody remember Battle Zone? It was a green tank.
Yeah, I liked that.
And it just used to go around. It was very jerky, but you had to shoot the spaceships and the obstacles and the other tanks. It's brilliant. Hi, Anna. Welcome. Yeah, Mags, social media is kind of our life at the moment because we're posting on all different platforms and trying to raise awareness of our brand. So we're kind of living and breathing social media at the moment, but we really enjoy it. And what we really enjoy is the interaction with other people. Um, we only have virtual friends now. We haven't got any real friends anymore. But we enjoy our virtual friends.
More.
There we go. Your sister is a fussy eater and she forgot to take her toast out of the toaster. But she did like the pumpkin soup. Good. That's good. Welcome, Anna. It's lovely to see you. And you've got tipping point on your iPad. Well done. Good for you. You love your tipping point, don't you? Okay. Yes, welcome, Anna. It's lovely to have you here. We're glad you're able to join us. I'm just going to get my tea because I've got some tea here and I want to drink it before it goes cold. And then I'm going to vape. So here we go. I've got my pussy mug. There we go, with a nice little pussy on there. That's nice. I haven't had a tea all afternoon. If I'm busy, I forget to eat and drink.
That was Pong. That
Oh, was that
tennis,
Pong?
yeah.
Was that what it was called?
Yeah.
Like, oh, right, okay. Yes, I do remember Pong. Doop, 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 doop. Yeah, I remember that. That's what the first one I had. But it wasn't called Pong, the one I had. I think I had was it Atari? I'm not sure.
We had one that just plugged straight into the
Speaking
TV.
of tea, absolutely have to have 2 sugars and heavy cream. Okay, so mine is my favorite tea is sort of any cheap tea brewed very strongly, black with honey, with lots of honey. It has to be sweet and it has to be strong because I'm from North, you see. And I've said this before. Northern people like a nice strong brew. Commodore 64. I remember those. I didn't have one. Paul had one. I didn't have one.
I used to program on that and sell games.
Paul used to program on it. He was a nerd. We like nerds. Don't get me wrong, I'm not being judgmental. Yeah, I loved arcades. Loved the arcades. I would spend hours in the arcades. Decaf vanilla red bush or Duchess grey tea. Pag, you're getting fancy in your old age. I like anything cheap, strong tea, fine by me, but it's got to be brewed properly. The water's got to be boiling as it hits those tea bags because I can tell if it's not. Okay, I'm just having a little look. A candle nerd. Yeah, we love scented candles. What's your favourite brand, Kelly, of scented candle? I have a penchant for Yankee, but I only like a couple of fragrances because some of them I find them too strong. I like the Midsummer Night and anything lemon. Those are my two favourites. I don't like complex sweet scents. I prefer fresh or something that's a little like a cologne. Yeah, I love Yankee. I tell you what, where'd you get them from, Kelly? Because Amazon occasionally do some good deals on them, much better than buying them in the shops, but they sometimes arrive broken. You choose seasonally. Yeah, I'm not really into the spicy ones. I like fresh. I like the fresh lemony ones mainly. You have a nice shop in Dundee that you go to. Check out Amazon though, Kelly, because sometimes you can get really, really good value on the big ones. And I like those big ones. Asda, do they? Oh, yeah, but I bet they don't do my favourites though, Sharon. Those lemon ones are quite hard to get hold of sometimes, the Yankee, aren't they, Paul? Yeah, they are. I'm just having some more tea. I mean, I don't mind them, Kelly. Don't get me wrong. If I go into somebody's house and they've got a spicy candle on, I don't run out holding a bag over my head or anything like that. It's just they're not my sort of favourites. What I do tend to do is I tend to use oil burners. So I've got the big deep dish oil burners and I use the essential oils and they have a little candle. I put hot water in, put the essential oils in, and that works nice for me. My favorite is lemongrass because that will just scent the house so beautifully and it's just such a beautiful fragrance. Frankincense is something I use as well. Very good for anxiety. If anybody suffers with anxiety, frankincense is great. Okay, so we're having a few buffering issues.
Sharon says she likes Sea Breeze Yankee Candle.
Sea breeze.
We liked that one, didn't we?
Did we have sea breeze?
Yeah, it had the little sand things on it.
No, that was sun and sand.
Oh.
Sun and sand is a nice one. Okay, so a couple of people having buffering issues. Hi there, Mia's page. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm really delighted that you've watched our video. Thank you. Say hi to Mia's page, everybody. Used to buy from Wax Lyrical. Yes. Yeah, I know there is the issue around soot and the chemicals that are released into your home when you burn candles. That is something to think about. I mean, I think the problem is that a lot of modern houses are kind of almost sealed up, you know? Um, we live in a really old Victorian house, as I've said before. and there's a constant draft. We don't have carpets, we only have rugs. We kind of like it that way because there is a constant exchange of fresh air. So I don't worry about our house getting too polluted, although we've got the outside pollution to think about as well. Okay. Yeah, well, I think a lot of modern houses are. I know a lot of new builds have to be, built to a certain standard. But of course, in a Victorian house, you've got air bricks everywhere as well, and the house breathes. Um, you know, we like it that way, although it's, not great for your feet in winter. But hey, there you go. Okay, I'm just catching up on comments. Erica's house is full of holes. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my seating position. That's better. Um, I'm just catching up. What did you spend too much on, Anna? What did Anna spend too much on, Paul?
eBay.
Oh, eBay. Oh, okay. Um, is that our house, Graham, that you're talking about? This is it's a Victorian house, so it's kind of, it would originally have been a couple of rooms downstairs and a couple of rooms upstairs, but this has been extended and played around with in past years before we moved in. But it's dates back to 1854, this house, so it's very old and probably full of ghosts. Yeah. Mm. We might go on a ghost hunt at some point round the house. Yeah. We might do. I don't know whether anything will show itself, but we've heard a few knocks and bangs recently.
That was the builders.
Was it? Oh, well, maybe it was the builders next door. But yeah, now the nights are dark. Ooh. Okay. So here in the States, you have bungalow style homes unless you go back to Boston. Okay. Ours is detached, so but most of the houses around here are sort of in little rows of maybe
Two or
three or
four.
two to four, So that's what we call semi-detached. But ours is detached on its own, which is why it gets so cold in the winter. It doesn't get cold, it's just a little bit drafty on a drafty day, on a windy day. That's the words I was looking for. We should do a Ouija board live. Ooh, I haven't got one though. Maybe I'll buy one.
Nah.
Nah, what do you mean, nah? You don't believe in Ouija boards, Paul. It's just
Summon
fun.
the devil.
It's just fun. Never mess with spirits. Oh, I mess with spirits all the time. Because, you know, nothing to be afraid of. Is there, Paul? No, nothing. If Alexa changes those lights in a minute, then I'll freak out, I tell you. She's just started talking. Maybe we should do a Ouija board with Alexa. Ooh. No, Ouija board. We used to do Spirit in the Glass with my grandma at Christmas. We'd all sit round, we'd do cards, and we'd put our fingers on the glass, and just move around. Oh, I mean, it's just a bit of fun, isn't it, really? There we go. Alexa, can you do a Ouija board?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
She doesn't know what a Ouija board is. I've just asked her. No, she doesn't know that. If she started channeling a spirit, then that would be. Alexa, can you channel a spirit?
Sorry, I don't know.
No, she's so boring. When you need her to do something interesting, she just can't do it.
But you can get her to say a lot of numbers, can't you?
You can. Can you hear Alexa then? Could you hear her talking? Alexa, volume 10.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Oh, Alexa, volume 10. Okay. Can you hear her?
Alexa, tell us a joke.
What's black and white and red all over? A badger at a tomato fight.
Could you hear that? Okay. So we're going to do something. I want you to listen to this because it's absolutely freaky. It really is. I can't believe that numbers like this actually exist. So just stay with us on this and listen very carefully to this calculation that Alexa's going to do. Okay, are you ready for this, everybody? Okay, Paul.
Alexa, what's 4 to the power of 32?
4 to the power of 32 equals 18 quintillion 446 quadrillion 744 trillion 73 billion 709 million 551,616.
What's a quintillion? I mean, what the blooming heck is a trillion,
Trillion.
quadrazillion, I mean, I didn't even know those numbers existed. Of course they do. I mean, crazy. I didn't know. Maths, I mean, maths is beyond me. It really is. I mean, you know, I mean, you think of a million. I mean, you don't think anybody would need to count more than a million or a billion, would you really? What's the point? Nobody has a quintillion pounds, a quintillion am. What's the point? When the planet's dead, you can't eat money, can you? No? Well, yeah. I mean, she's quite clever. I mean, she's good for doing all sorts of little daily things, you know, timers, cooking timers, all those bits and pieces that you would use a clock for, alarms, music, radio. She's great. I mean, you know, we love her. We think she's good. Well, I mean, yeah, trillions, but what was the first one?
Quinzillion.
Quinzillion. Quinzillion. Give me a break. Quinzillion. Who's ever going to need that? It's like algebra, isn't it? I mean, who needs algebra? I remember writing in my maths homework, I'll never need this. I can't be bothered. And I've never used it, ever, because I've got a calculator in it. Anna, space, the final frontier. I love space as well. I love, 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 love space so much. Does anybody watch The Sky at Night on the BBC? Because we love that program. We love Maggie. She's great. And of course, we loved Patrick Moore as well. When I was a child, I spent hours, hours looking through my telescope. I had a little telescope and it was just superb. And I used to have loads of, well, I have got loads of books on the universe and space. I can't understand the maths. I really can't. But I can understand the concepts. Loving the new SpaceX program. Kelly, you're a total Trekkie. Yeah, we're Trekkies in this house as well. What's your favourite Trek series? What's your favourite Star Trek? I know what mine is. In fact, I've got a couple. We've got a couple, haven't we, Paul? Really?
I wasn't listening to you.
You weren't listening to me. He wasn't listening to me. Is that right? Next to me wasn't listening to me. You want me to shout out? Google, tell me a joke. Is that okay? Okay, Luke Picard.
Was he thingy?
Jean-Luc Picard.
I didn't think that much.
I think for me, my first favourite would be Voyager because I love her. I love Janeway. I think she's brilliant. And my second favourite, wait for it, is Enterprise. We loved Enterprise, absolutely loved it. And my third is the new one, Discovery. Love it. Absolutely great. So there you go. Okay, Google, tell me a joke. That's going to set my devices off as well, isn't it? Did it work? Unequaled nebula, did it work?
Okay. Google, tell me a joke. Oh, you said that.
That's what I said.
I wasn't listening.
That's what I said,
reading.
Paul.
I was reading.
Honestly. It worked. What was the joke? Go on, let us know what corny joke Google told you. Voyager. Yeah, we loved Voyager. We've watched it several times. We've watched the whole thing several times. And in fact, we watched one of them, one series when one of our cats died, and we were really, really not great at all. And we watched a whole series of Voyager back to back to take our minds off it, you know? Okay, tell us, Unequaled Nebula, what did it say? What was the joke? Sarah's back. Hi, Sarah. It said, what did it say? We're all waiting with bated breath. Been to a football stadium on the moon. It has good space but lacks a certain atmosphere. Oh, they're terrible, aren't they? Terrible.
They're meant to be.
And you got one as well, Sarah. What, when I asked Google to say a joke, you got one as well? Okay, cool. I don't know. Corny. So we've got 17 people here. Great. That's brilliant. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. We're talking about space at the moment, aren't we? Star Trek, space, the final frontier. Blah, 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 to boldly go. That was wrong, wasn't it, grammatically? It's not to boldly go. It's to go boldly.
Well, it was American.
Yeah, but they got it wrong.
Yeah.
Because they're American. Sorry, Graham. Sorry, America. But your English is different to our English. So to go boldly where no one has gone before. Yeah. Through time and space. There we are. Go on, Sarah, tell us a joke. How do you make a sausage roll? You push it down a hill. Thought everybody knew that. Yeah, no, don't worry, Graham. I'm only joking. I know they're terrible, aren't they, Mags? Absolutely awful. Yeah, it's brilliant, Sharon, the SpaceX program, isn't it? It's really clever. Let's just hope they can make this work and get it moving a bit quicker. Things seem to take so long, you know? But the thing that I think is that it's going to take a big leap in technology, a huge leap and a huge discovery technologically and in physics to get us anywhere near out of our solar system. And to get, to somewhere another star system with the current technology would take thousands of years. So it's, we could destroy ourselves before that will happen. That's the thing, isn't it? You know, have I seen Big Bang Theory? I have seen Big Bang Theory. Yes, Sharon, Elon, not Elton. um, why did the cow jump over the moon? The farmer had cold hands. I don't know that one. I know, Anna, they are working on it, but it will take, they will have to learn how to warp space, won't they? They will have to learn how to do that because that's the only way to exceed the speed of light. We can't exceed the speed of light because of all the things that happen, time dilation. Um, anybody setting off at the speed of light could never really viably return back to the earth because the time would change. By the time they got back, everything they knew would be gone. So they would need to learn how to warp space without affecting time. Um, but I thought when I was a child, I thought we'd be there by now. I thought we'd be flying around in, spaceships everywhere. Um, and I remember reading in a book that I had that said something like, by 1986, man will have a colony on the moon and will have inhabited Mars, things like that. So there were really big dreams. And I guess if they hadn't stopped investment in the space programs in the 70s, we might be closer to that reality now. But it's interesting, isn't it? There you go. Bending space. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Kelly, we'll see you shortly. Yeah, you see, it's something that's always fascinated me. I'm a firm believer that there are other civilizations out there, but they're so far away. Um, and any message that they've sent to us will have been traveling for thousands of years. And that civilization could be well, dead and gone by the time we receive any kind of message. So we would have to be able to, change the current laws of physics, wouldn't we? In order for that kind of communication to be possible. So tomorrow's World Mags. Well, there's been quite a few things, haven't there? I remember when they talked about laser discs and compact discs and things like that. Um, and of course, compact discs, they're kind of on the way out now. You know, people are streaming music. I mean, I remember saying to my friend Mark, I remember saying this to him. I said, one day our music will just be on a little chip. And we were like laughing about it, saying, oh, yeah, ha 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 ha. And of course, everything we've got is on a little chip now. Look at SD cards, USB sticks, Um,
And also her upload, unequal nebulous upload. I think
your computer died and the video is on 97%. Oh no. Yeah, exactly, Graham. That's the thing, isn't it? Um, I just can't understand um, people's obsession with the military. I know people kind of have to protect or have the need to protect countries, but I mean, where does it all go to? We're a small planet and we're arming ourselves against each other. I just don't get it. There's always a solution to overcoming differences. There's always a solution. We're all here on this tiny world. And, you know, the doomsday clock is ticking, getting nearer and nearer to midnight, isn't it? You know, if we get any closer and mess anything else up, that's it. And, you know, I say to the governments who will be in their bunkers, I've said this before, you can't eat the gold and you can't eat the money. When the world has died, you know, so what's the point? I don't see the point. Anyway, we're getting into big territory there, aren't we? Of course, yeah, I mean, everything's computers, internet, devices, data. It's all about data, isn't it now?
Big data.
Data, storage of data, how small our storage will be. I mean, there's that, I can't remember the name of the law, but there's a law that states every so many
6 months now.
months the amount of data you can get on a chip multiplies by a certain amount. I can't remember what it's called. If anybody knows, let me know.
Moore's law.
Is it Moore's law? That's it, Moore's law. And you know, that's going crazy. I mean, I can't believe the amount of storage you can get on an SD card now. It's incredible. Hi, Clarice. Hi. How are you? Hope you're okay. Nice to see you. Well, not to see you. Nice to see your comment. Lovely. Welcome, my dear. We're talking about time, space, computers, the space race, data, all interesting things. Unequaled Nebula, you're going for your dinner. Thank you so much. You said something about dinosaurs. I missed that.
That aliens looking back on light years would see us as dinosaurs at the moment anyway.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? And, you know, it's the same for us. If we were to spy a planet millions of years ago, we're seeing how it was millions of years ago. So, yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, so do we. We live in space, time and space. We are the vegetarians from planet Vegetaria.
We need to tell everyone.
Yeah, we've got a group on Facebook now talking about space. We've got a group on Facebook, whether you know already or not, I don't know, but I'll tell you. It's called Planet Vegetaria. So look it up on Facebook, and it's all about sharing recipes, ideas, vegetarian concepts, anything you like. Bonnie, hi Bonnie, welcome, nice to see you. Hope you're okay. Planet the dog. Okay, who's Planet the dog? Have you got?
Planet Hannibal.
Okay, so it's on our. You can go on our Facebook page. It should take you there on the Facebook page, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's Planet Vegetaria. Paul, can you type it so everybody can see what it is? It's vegetarian without the N. Vegetaria. We are the vegetarians from Planet Vegetaria. Yeah? It's a bit like I'm just a sweet transsexual from
Planet
transsexual Transylvania. It's a bit like that, you see. There you go. Yeah, I hope you're okay, Clarice. Hope everything's all right. Yeah, you will be, I'm sure. It takes a while. It takes a couple of days, in my experience, to really, you know, feel back to normal. Hi, Sandra. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. I'm just a sweet red pepper from Planet Vegetaria. Exactly. So there you go. Join the group. You've got to apply to join. It's by membership only, but please do join, answer the questions as directed, and then we'll let you join. It's going to be good. It's going to be good, promise.
We're going to be posting recipes and photos.
We're going to be posting recipes, photos, lots of nice things, all about Clarice. You misspelt that then. You misspelt that, my dear, and YouTube saw that word and it hid your comment. It held your comment for review. Yeah, I think you meant tatties, didn't you, love? Eh? Oh dear, that's funny. You're a P. Okay. Welcome, Mags. P.
Mags in our curry.
So, yeah, there you go. So, 22 people here. We've been going for an hour and 1 minute. And as per usual, we've been covering lots of different subjects. So, yeah, not to worry, Clarice. Life with Ken and Jane, welcome. Excellent. Thanks for joining us. We've been watching your videos, the lovely desert scene that you videoed yesterday, Ken. It was brilliant. We really enjoyed that one. It was lovely. Yeah, we're fine. We've just been talking about all sorts of different things. Time, space, traveling to other galaxies, Star Trek, Elon Musk, or Elton Musk, as Sharon called him. Ah, dear. Yeah, beetroot. We've had some good beetroot, haven't we, Paul?
Yeah.
We've had the white beetroot recently. And Chioggia. Absolutely divine. Do we eat puddings? Now, Mags, we love a pudding, but we don't eat them very often because we're both kind of trying to watch our weight. I have a sweet tooth. I realise that, Sharon, my dear. So, yeah, we don't tend to have that many. We do like a rice pudding occasionally, don't we? We like a rice pudding. We like a cake. Occasionally, I make a cake. Absolutely. Ground control to Major Tom. Absolutely. Well, Clarice, we do hope you're okay. You know? You love it when the British say your name. They think you are a weight. Huh? You don't eat pudding at home. You made almond and raspberry cake this week. Oh, lovely. You see, the problem with cake is that it gets eaten because it has to get eaten quickly whilst it's fresh. If you don't eat it fresh, it usually ends up in a trifle, which is even worse. I know you are, Clarice. We know, and we know you'll recover really beautifully and you get through whatever you're going through. But you have our total love and best wishes, so you know. No, it doesn't last long here either. I mean, we can't really have chocolate in the house because it doesn't last long. It gets eaten. That's the problem. You're eating a Whisper bar at the moment. I love a Whisper. Yeah, Ken, it's really interesting. You talked about your gold claim on your videos. If anybody hasn't seen Life with Ken and Jane, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to their channel because it's fabulous. They were looking at these RVs the other day, which fascinated me. These amazing RVs, recreational vehicles, and they're incredible. I couldn't believe it. I was wowed by it. It was like a house. Um, Incredible. And they've got this fabulous place that they park in the desert. Um, just absolutely amazing. So have a look at their channel.
But they got
It's really great.
rattlesnakes.
Oh, yeah, Ken, you were talking about rattlesnakes and coyotes. I said to Paul, I said, I'm not sure I'd like that with rattlesnakes in the area. Quite frightening. We're lucky not to have anything like that in the UK. We haven't really got, we've only got one poisonous snake in the UK, haven't we?
Adder.
The adder. That's it. You hardly ever see those. Yeah, it's great, isn't it, Sarah? Lemon drizzle, Kelly. Oh, don't start me off on cake. I love lemon drizzle. It's one of Paul's favourites.
It is my
We
favourite.
like anything lemon.
Yeah.
Anything lemon. We love.
But lemon drizzle, fabulous.
Yeah, you see, that would freak me out. Snakes, coyotes, and we have foxes, but they don't tend to attack. There's been a few cases of people having them come in the house and, biting people, but they don't tend to attack. But it's exciting as well. Oh, here we go. Chocolate talk now. Ripples, flakes. Lovely, lovely.
What was that pudding that Sally used to make, which had she poured
A
water
pudding.
in it and it made like a puddle
Oh, I
pudding.
don't know what it was. So a couple of people have had a couple of issues with the internet, I believe. So sorry about that. Um, yeah, mountain lion. I mean, amazing. I guess, you get used to that kind of thing. It's like whenever I speak to Australian people, they always talk about all the creatures that they have in Australia. In the UK, we don't really have that much that can bother you. Obviously, we have bees and wasps. Um, Paul was attacked by wasps this year. You've seen the video, probably many of you. We have the adder, but you hardly hear of anybody being bitten by an adder. Um, so I'm quite pleased about that. I like it that way. Black Forest Gatto, don't start me off. I love a Black Forest Gatto. Fox family. Well, I've seen a couple of foxes, Mags. Um, one of them had a poorly leg. So what do you do? I don't get involved. I leave them to it. You know, it's London. They're going to get hit by cars. That's the thing. You're going to hit gold this year. Well, I hope you do. I hope you remember us when you're rich and famous, Ken. Pag, have you subscribed to their channel? Subscribe to Life with Ken and Jane Pag. The views from where they have their trailer RV is incredible. Beautiful desert views. I mean, I would love it for that, and the stars as well. Being able to see, beautiful clear skies with loads of stars. We don't get that in London at all. We see about 5 of the brightest ones, and that's about it. They have yes, they do have the Velociraptor, Graham. That's right.
We've got Theresa May. That's something to be
Yeah,
frightened
we've
of.
got Theresa May. Be frightened of her, be very afraid. Politicians, that's what we've got here. Bad politicians. Yay! No, Sharon, I wouldn't like to be close to a bear either. Wasps, they are a pain, aren't they? But you can. Have you heard? Anybody heard about this thing where you? Sorry, I'm just zhuzhing my hair because it's still drying. Has anybody heard about this thing where you hang a plastic bag up with water in
It
it?
doesn't work.
Does anybody ever do that? And does it work? The what? The Rick Van Man? What's that? What is it? Oh, yeah. I would just love to see stars like that. I really would. I think it would be just amazing. Excuse me doing this, everybody, but my hair's still drying. It looks very, very grey tonight, very light coloured. I think it's this lighting. Why has it done that? Okay. Sorry, I'm just catching up with the comments, guys. Sorry. The Mojave Desert. Lovely. Yeah, I really enjoyed that video you posted. Was it yesterday we watched that, Paul? Last night? We watched it on the TV, which is probably why we didn't make a comment, because you can't do it on the TV. But we'll go back and make a comment. So, has anybody got any plans for the weekend? Anybody doing anything interesting this weekend? Because what are we doing, Paul? What are we doing tomorrow?
Relaxing.
I think tomorrow we're going to kind of have a bit of a day off tomorrow, because we've both been working really hard on preparing content for the website, the Facebook page, the Facebook group, and YouTube. If anybody hasn't seen already, I'm doing a blog, well, we're doing a blog on our website, richardandpaul.com, where we're doing a traditional writing blog. So please have a look at that and feel free to leave comments, post a comment yourself, join in. Yeah, you mentioned that you were thinking about selling the house, and Jane is really keen. We're in the throes of thinking about moving as well, to another area of the UK. So, hey there, hi, welcome, Betty. You're meeting your friend Sophie tomorrow, Sarah. Lovely. Are you going out anywhere? Oh, yeah, you mentioned that, Kelly. Okay. And what's it called, Clarice? I missed that. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with all the comments going past. Africanized bees. Yeah, you've mentioned those. That sounds scary. Okay, well, Anna, it's just a web page. So you go to richandpaul.com, and if you look, you'll find a page called blog. And I'm just writing about stuff. Um, it's just writing about subjects that I maybe feel strongly about, or I want to share something with you. It's just an alternative way. Some people um, don't like Facebook. We've had a couple of people say we don't follow Facebook. So, we thought we'd provide an alternative way of communicating. And there'll be some stuff on there which is exclusive to the blog, to the website. There are photographs on there that maybe I won't be sharing on Facebook. So have a look. It's growing all the time. Obviously, we have to have the time to add stuff to it, but we are working as hard as we can on that at the moment.
Clarice and part-time.
Well, Clarice, you know what? I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. And I mean, it's just about sharing stuff. And I've never really, been somebody that shared that much stuff on social media until now. And I think once you make the decision to just go for it and do it, you may as well just go for it and go all in. You know, if you're going to do something, do it properly. That's what I say. So we're just really pushing and enjoying it. And it is quite hard work. I've been working flat out on content since Wednesday afternoon. So, you know, it's the way it goes. But tomorrow is a day of rest. What have you got on Sunday, Paul? You've got some kind of allotment thing on Sunday, haven't you?
Yeah, we're cutting back at the allotment
He's got a working party
for 2 hours.
for a couple of hours on Sunday. Okay. Okay, Graham. Yeah.
Hi, Bill.
Hi there. Bill's allotment, 2 plots of heaven. Welcome. Coast or inland woodland? Inland. Are you talking about the house, Mags? Inland, definitely. Mountains, hills, trees, that kind of thing. I don't really care for sea views. I find a sea view nice to look at occasionally, but not as a daily thing. Well, you can love sea views all you want, Paul. You're not going to get one. Sorry, I'm just catching up. Bill and Val have joined us. Set 1,000 words. What, for the blog, you mean, Graham? I haven't, you know what? I haven't even done a word count on it at all. Haven't even looked. I don't even know how many words there are. It never even occurred to me to do a word count. I just write and then I edit it and then I correct it and then I rewrite it and then I just publish it. So Paul is coming out of his shell. Yeah, he is. He can be right prima donna sometimes, I tell you. That's all right, no problem. We're going for a little bit longer until we get hungry and start to get weak. It turned out a bit sour, Betty. Okay, so you put some coconut milk in. Yeah, I guess if you did put too many in, it could turn out a little acidic. You can always temper that with yogurt as well. That's quite good. We didn't put any coconut milk into this one or coconut cream because we wanted it to be low calorie.
But Jane suggested you could do that.
Oh, are you off then, Ken and Jane? Thank you for joining us. That was brilliant. Thank you so much. Enjoy your channel a lot. Oh, you enjoyed the music, Bill. Bill and Val. Thank you. I was working on music this morning. Funny you should mention that. I spent this morning doing a piece which hopefully will be for YouTube. I enjoy making electronic music. I'm not a musician. Let's just make this clear right now. I'm not a musician. I don't play any instruments. I can play a keyboard and I can make sound come out of it, but I would prefer to class myself as an electronic artist because I like to collect lots of different sounds. I like to change sounds. I like to put things together. And if something comes out which sounds good and I quite like it, then I will share it. But I'm very critical. I've written thousands of tunes. The majority, I would say 99% of them, if not more, are unpublishable. So, you know, you're all very honoured to have to have heard a piece. So I'm really pleased that you enjoyed it. It really means a lot to me to hear that feedback, um, because I'm not a musician. You know, I'm very good at producing and putting stuff together, and I can write um, and construct, but that's it. I'm not a musician. I have no concept of well, I do, but I don't play by any rules. Thank you so much. Great. Yeah, a bit of sugar as well, absolutely. Or honey. You could add a bit of honey. Yeah. Well, apparently it's because we had such a dry summer that we're getting all these colours, which is just incredible. In fact, we really should try and get out tomorrow if it's good weather with the camera and try and capture some more autumn colours, because we've not really done a proper autumn walk this year, have we really?
No.
So we may get out tomorrow with the camera and see if we can spot some of the colours around here. Because, yeah, I think it's going to be a spectacular autumn. The pink sky video, that was the one that Paul took. Paul took that on your phone, didn't you? From the top of the house.
Yeah.
We've had some marvellous sunsets, haven't we?
Throughout the
Absolutely
UK.
beautiful. Graham, it might be, I mean, we have to get anywhere really sort of country, we have to drive out of London. We do have quite a few parks, but we prefer to get away, away from the people, to the, you know, more, yeah, the lanes, if you like, the country lanes. Um, so we drive down the motorway, and our go-to place, one of our go-to places, is the Chilterns, which usually have beautiful views. So we might do. Let's see how we feel in the morning, because we do want a bit of relaxation tomorrow. Having said that, we'll probably end up making a video. It's usually the way, isn't it? Sharon, you've taken some lovely shots. Are you going to share some? You should share some to our Facebook page. You know, you probably have. So I'm just having a little look. I missed a couple of comments there. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Yeah, do, Sharon. Please do. Show us. Sorry, I've just missed a conversation that was going on there. So I'll just let you get on with it yourselves then, shall I? I'm going to vape now. I'm having a vape break. You carry on talking amongst yourselves. It's just a chat room, innit? You don't need me. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. It's just a joke. It's just a joke, people. I'm vaping now. Loved your sunrises, Pack. If anybody hasn't subscribed to Pack's channel, he does some lovely little videos. They're usually quite fun, especially when he's showing stuff from the garden. But yeah, have a look at Pack's channel. He's got a wonderful view from where he works in the centre of London. Well, it's not the centre of London, is it? It's sort of
East London.
It's East London, isn't it? Yeah. I do. I have two sisters. Um, I'm the eldest of three children. I have two younger sisters. Yeah. Sometimes they join us here, but I've not seen any evidence of that this evening. So there we go. Yeah, I come from a relatively largish family, which of course has, as families do, they sort of shrink and then they grow again, don't they, as the new generations come through. But they live in the north, in the northwest. That's where I'm from. I'm actually a northerner, um, even though my accent doesn't really give that away. I don't really have a northern accent now.
We haven't done Vera
I haven't done a Vera impression, Paul's saying.
yet. We
Oh,
watched her
we
last
watched
night.
Vera last night. Yeah, we like Vera. But, um, yeah. Oh, sorry to hear that. Go ahead, Kelly. Open it. Well, I can be very northern, Sharon. When I go up north, my accent changes. It reverts back to, you know, how it always was when I was a child. Um, Vera, Vera, Vera. Oh no, when people ask me to do, I can't do it. I'm terrible at doing it. It's just impossible for me to do. I've been trying to practice. I know they say things like,
What you went onto YouTube?
I went onto YouTube and I had a look to see whether there were any lessons I could take in a Geordie accent.
Other than from Bill.
And there was one, and I tried. And what did he say for water? Water.
Waha.
No, it's called a glocal stop. Like, uh-oh, that's a glocal stop. So there's lots of those in the Geordie. So, but I'm not doing it now. I'm not doing it.
Go on. Did you wear this on?
Paul. Oh God, I don't know. So, what does she say? She says to people, she gets them in a room, doesn't she? And she goes, "Have you murdered somebody, love?" Because I'll find out if you have, love. Doesn't she? That's what she says. I'll find out if you've murdered somebody, love.
And she smiles.
Vanjie. Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie. There we go. Have you murdered somebody, love? Because I'll find out if you have. And she always threatens to. She threatens walking out the room, doesn't she? Every week, every episode, she walks out the room, and just as she's getting to the door, they turn around and tell her what they've done. But that's more like it, love. She says, "That's more like it, love." And she always says to them, "Why did you lie to us, love?" Oh, that's it now. I'm not doing any more Vera. I can't do it. It's not brilliant. It's terrible. Terrible. I'm going to learn it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to master a Geordie accent one day. One day, I'm going to master a Geordie accent. You see, it turns into Caribbean. Oh, I don't know. Has Paul got an accent? No, he's from Guernsey. The Guernsey accent is kind of, it's slightly, no, it's not. It's more like Bristol. It's more akin to Bristol, that kind of accent. It's a strange accent. And they say A all the time.
A?
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 Yeah. I know, Anna, it turns into Jamaican. That's the thing. Oh! Alexa is with us. Alexa is with us. She just changed the lights. And she's turned that hallway light. Look like I've got a halo glowing from my head. Look into the light. Look into the light. Don't look out of the light. Look into the light. Look, it's my aura. It's my crown chakra glowing. Yes. Can you see that, everybody? There you go. I know. She's behind me. Woo, woo. Alexa, dim hallway by 30%.
Okay.
No, more than that. Alexa, dim hallway by 50%.
Okay.
Alexa, my aura's too bright.
I don't know that
No,
one.
she doesn't know my aura. There we go. Oh, dearie me, I don't know. We should realise that happens 1.5 hours in. Well, yes, Hyacinth Bouquet has got a sort of posh northern accent, and she's trying to be posh, but she's not quite making it. So yeah, maybe I'm not quite making it, Graham. Thanks for that. I was trying to be posh. But no, I have got a northern accent, and I do speak like the people in Coronation Street when I really try. But I can't really do it unless I'm with my family. When I'm with my family, it just comes out. When I'm down here, it's just kind of neutral. So yeah, there you go. Is French spoken on Guernsey? Not really. It's Guernsey patois that they speak, Mags. Bill and Val, my vapor is menthol with nicotine, but it's a low strength nicotine. You watch Coronation Street every night. Well, imagine Coronation Street. That's kind of how the people the place I come from, which is Cheshire, a lot of people speak like that. My family are Some of my family are from the Midlands, some of my family are from Manchester. So, it's a real mixture. I used to follow Coronation Street many years ago. Paul and I got into it, but we don't watch any soaps now, really. No, it's not the Vera I watch either. Well, Manchester is a melting pot of different accents, isn't it? But real Manchester is very distinct. Yeah, absolutely. My family are actually from Salford originally. Well, a section of the family are from Salford. How's the scarf coming along? Oh gosh, I finished that a while ago. I've got to actually, that reminded me, I've got to do a new one. I've had a request for a red scarf.
Manchester United.
For a
City.
Liverpool fan.
Liverpool.
Yes, we are. We are still thinking of moving to Wales. We're on the lookout for a property. I've got all my alerts set up on Rightmove, and yeah, just looking for the right place to go and see. But I'm looking every day. Preston, I know Preston. I used to be in a little act that used to do cabaret in the working men's clubs, Sharon. Preston, Bolton, Leyland. We used to do quite a few British Legions, working men's clubs when I was a teenager. So there you go. Yeah. I was even a cabaret artist when I was a teenager. There you go. So yeah. You found your knitting needles. Good. Go for it, Anna. Do it. Do, do, do. Yeah, we've got to find the right place. Wales is beautiful, and it's also more sparsely populated than England. And there are areas where you can, you know, not see another soul for miles, which is great. Suits me fine. Well, Anna, easy solution to that. I always forget how to cast off. I go on YouTube and there's always a video telling me how to do it. I always forget, although I can remember. Actually, in my mind, I'm remembering. Casting on, I always forget too.
And the knitting bit.
No, I don't forget how to knit.
You forget how to count.
No, I forget how to count. I know. Well, what I do is I end up with too many stitches. I ended up with 3 more than I began with. I don't know how that happened. And then I drop a few, and oh, it doesn't matter if it's a scarf for me, it doesn't matter. Wales is better than England for that. Absolutely. Although there are quite a few places in England that are,
Northeast.
Still quite
Northwest.
isolated. So,
Northwest.
you know, we could move to America. I mean, I believe you get a lot of house for your money in America.
We don't know.
I don't know how I feel about that, Graham. I've never thought about it. I've never been to America. Paul's been many times to the States. I've never been. Um, I've never been, I've never needed to go. So I don't know about that. I'm not really enamored of your president, really. Bill and Val, I'm loving it. Although I'm the busiest I've ever been now. I've been working constantly since I finished my part-time job on Wednesday afternoon, and I've worked constantly since then on content. In fact, I was at the computer at 7 o'clock this morning, working on a new piece of music. So I'm busy, 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 but it's great to be able to do a mixture of things. If you want to do some housework, you can. If you want to stop work and go out, go for a walk, whatever, go to the shops, you can do it on your own time, which is something I like. So that's great. Oh, we had a lovely troll, or a trollop, as I like to call them. Okay, Clarice, thank you. Thanks for joining us, honey. Thank you. It's really nice of you to say hi and come in. We know you've had a busy day, so to speak. Let us know how you're doing and take care. Hi, Mandy. Yeah, they do get a lot of rain because of the mountains, especially in North Wales. But I'm from the Northwest, so, I'm used to it. I'm used to rain. Rains in London most of the time as well, believe you me. Hi, Ronald. Thanks for joining us. No mags, but we get rid of them quickly because otherwise it interrupts the flow of the conversation. It just makes me laugh, some of the things they say. They must have such sad lives. Yeah.
No, it wasn't Graham. It was a troll.
No, Graham, we had a troll. We were invaded by a troll.
You need to explain they don't see.
And we get rid of them.
So they don't see.
We get rid of them, Graham, very quickly so you don't see them. So it doesn't spoil your entertainment. That one was a precious one, I tell you. Yeah. Calling me all sorts of things. Yeah. You see, this is what we have to contend with on live YouTube, the strangeness of the trollops. I'm going to start calling them trollops now. I think that's better than troll. Trollop. But they've clearly got an issue, they've got an issue. Sharon, believe you me, and I've said this before, I was a gay boy growing up in the 70s and the 80s. Can you imagine what you have to put up with? Believe you me, this skin is thick, very thick. I can deal with most things. Yeah, doesn't bother me. Oh no, Graham, no. Graham, love, believe you me, if you'd have said something out of turn, we'd have told you. We'd have been honest. Absolutely. Well, Sharon, you had to be. I mean, can you imagine growing up in the Northwest in a working class town as a young gay boy? Can you imagine? You have to deal with everything and you have to develop a strategy. And my strategy was humor, because I realized I could make people giggle, and that's the way I dealt with it. Of course, that brought its own set of issues as well, but it's the way it goes. Wasn't always easy, but you get through it. Yeah, they get reported, the trolls. We just deal with them and they go on a block list, and they can never do it again. You see. Oh no, Mandy. Yeah, we had 3 cats, and we lost one in 2011, 2012. No, we lost two in 2012, didn't we?
Yeah.
We lost two in 2012, and we lost our Peanut in January of this year. She was 19. So yeah, we know what it's like. But we're not getting any more pets now, because it's time for us to focus on ourselves for a while, because we gave our lives up to our cats.
Gratefully.
Gratefully, of course, but that's not what we want to do at the moment. So it's not where we want to be. So yeah. Um, yeah, Graham, you know, I've been through many times in my life where I've had to tone things down and not be who I am. And at this stage in my life now, I'm not prepared to do that. I'm not prepared to compromise who I am anymore. So if people don't like it, they can stuff it, you know. So, and I've known plenty of men over the years, gay and straight, who have been either masculine or feminine. Plenty of straight guys I know, who are quite feminine. And I think that we should all embrace our gender fluidity, because that's what it is. There's no rule that says we have to be, if we're a man, we have to act masculine, and if we're a woman, we have to act feminine. Who says that? We can be whoever we want to be, and that can change. You know, um, I used to wear makeup to go out to parties, but in order to do that, I would always have to take a cab, because you go on the tube and get spotted wearing makeup, you're asking for trouble. So unless you're prepared to put up with that trouble and defend yourself in public when you're on the way to a party to have a good time, do you know what I mean? It's really difficult that people don't accept you for who you are in general. I saw a guy walking down the road the other day, a young guy wearing full makeup, and I wanted to stop him and say, you look great, well done. But I thought, no, don't be so patronizing, you know? So I didn't. Um, and I also, part of me worried. I thought, God, I hope he's going to be okay, you know? So the world needs to change and needs to accept people for who they are, full stop. You know, as long as you're not doing anybody any harm, you know, what's a bit of makeup, you know? Sorry, I didn't fully follow what was going on there. Yeah, I do try to make people laugh, I guess. Sandra, you you saw my photo of me with short blonde hair. No, it was cut short and it was bleached blonde. Yeah, I used to do that every year, and then it used to grow out and look really fabulous. So yeah, it was bleached. It was bleached. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just catching up with the. So Graham, you're coming up on 18 years cancer free. Okay. Oh, that's sweet. Thanks, Graham. I appreciate that. So, Betty, you've got a hectare of land. Wow, that's fantastic. Excellent. So, Bill, you're 6'7". Wow, you're taller than me. I'm 6'4.5". The half is important. I think it's interesting what you've just said there, Bill, because I think the reason I haven't been or wasn't bullied as much as I could have been is because I was taller than everybody else. And I think people were just an incy tinsy bit afraid that I might fight back. But I was bullied. I was bullied verbally and physically as a child. Um, and you feel ashamed about it. And I remember my mum and dad asking me if everything was okay, and I couldn't tell them. I just couldn't tell them. Um, and I don't think I ever told them, to be honest. But, you know, this is what you have to deal with as a child, you know? There you go. It's not a sob story, don't worry. Bye, Ronald. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we'd love to have an orchard. Be brilliant. I guess so, Betty. Yeah. Um, we have to think about that ourselves in terms of what we take on. I don't want a small holding. I do not want a small holding. I'm not interested in keeping animals because we don't eat meat. Um, so I'm really not interested in that. We don't really agree with killing animals for meat. So, you know, but yeah, it's a lot of work, isn't it? I mean, you know, I find it hard enough to keep the garden tidy, and that's small, you know. So I don't know what I'd do with a hectare of land. You've stopped driving. Well, that's good that you've stopped driving, Graham. We wouldn't want you to, you know, have an accident. You had red hair. Will you keep chooks and bees? Oh, chickens and bees. Maybe chickens for eggs. Um, maybe, I don't know. Maybe bees, not sure. Um, I think the accent would be on growing things. I think that's what we probably do,
Vera.
Mags. Oh no, Bill, that's awful. I work with people with learning disabilities. That's my part time job. I'm a receptionist and I've been there for 11 years. And I've met many, many, many people. And I have many friends with learning disabilities. Um, and yeah, I've heard many stories about people being bullied, and it's never good because it's just a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing. Okay, okay, Graham. So you've got naturally red hair. Is that what you're saying? You had naturally red hair when you were a child. Um, yeah. England, yeah, there's not so many red haired people. We've got a touch of red hair in our family. In fact, when I was in my 20s and I grew a beard, most of my beard came through red, which was really interesting. Um, and one of my sisters is slightly red haired, so it's interesting. Graham, Graham is,
Welsh.
oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's horrible what people use, isn't it? Um, to get at each other, kids, when they're young. Of course, I got called Dick quite a bit, you know, which I don't see anything wrong in, but when you're a child, you kind of do. I think there is, and I think people,
Bullying.
I think there is a lot of bullying goes on, and I think people are very often ashamed about it when, especially when they're a child, and they keep it to themselves and they don't talk about it because they think it's their fault, you know. So it's a very interesting, it's a very interesting thing to talk about. Yeah, of course, we do move on, but I think it's interesting when you meet people who talk about it openly because the scars are always there in us, I believe, you know. Um, and it's like even when you come across a troll, for a second, for a tiny second, it stings a little bit, but then you move on. You know, you move forwards because you're an adult and you've learned how to do that. As a child, those kind of things eat away at you over time until you've really worked it out. And very often, no amount of an adult saying to you, oh, sticks and stones, and no amount of that really actually heals you. Um, you've got to work it out yourself, So I think it's a very sad thing. But children are cruel to each other. They are. It's a well known fact, isn't it? Oh, that's awful, Sarah. Awful. Yeah, I agree, Sandra. Oh, thanks, Miss Happy. You're very kind. I gave it a bit of a brush with my facial brush earlier. Um, Sorry about my hair, though. My hair is looking really frizzy and dry. I've not put any product on it. You see, it's just dried from washing it earlier. Um, Sorry about that. Yeah, I think you can, Sandra. I think you can tell. I've had a couple of bosses over the years who've been a bit bossy, and you think, what got you? What's that for? Where does that come from? But I challenge it now. I am a bit fluffy. Sorry. Yeah, I should have put some product on. And I normally, when I dry it, I scrunch dry it to give it a bit more body.
You've done the skincare.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, Graham, I think that's right. Yeah. And I think, you can't, as a child, you can't make sense of it. You can't, you're a child. Children can't work everything out. Children are clever, but, these things take time, don't they? They take time and space and reasoning and all of that. And children's powers of reasoning around complex issues such as bullying and the reasons why people bully, it's too much for children. They need somebody to help them reason it and talk it through. And very often children don't get that. I certainly didn't have it, you know. You're very kind, Miss Happy. I've done a skin routine. Have a look at my channel. You'll find one. Of course, Graham. Absolutely. You know, um, we don't know what the bullies are experiencing within their home environment. Are they being bullied themselves? You know, um, yeah, it's a chain, isn't it? It's a chain of behavior that occurs um, in the bully. You know, yes, Miss Happy, do check my playlists. Just so you all know, um, I have recently tried to organize my homepage, our homepage, um, and I've tried to organize the playlists a little bit better. So I'm working on that. It's a work in progress. Go grey, Mandy. Embrace the grey. Embrace it. Embrace the grey. What do they say? You're one of God's blondes now. I'm embracing mine. If I'm going to dye it, it'll probably be a wild colour like bright blue or something. Okay, Sandra, thanks so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. We're coming up to the 2-hour mark, folks. You're very welcome, Graham. I'm so glad you were able to join us. It's brilliant. We're saying goodbye to Sandra. Thanks, Sandra. We appreciate that you've joined us. I'd appreciate some hair product, actually. Oh, I can't believe it's so frizzy. Can't believe it's so. I came live on YouTube with frizzy, wild Einstein hair. And somebody said to me the other week, "You look like Einstein." I mean, that wasn't the intention, but it's kind of true. Thanks, Kelly. You'd love it if we went grey all at once, not over time. Well, yeah, you've got to get the dye out, haven't you? I mean, the only reason I went grey all at once is because I used to shave mine off every year. Um, so any colour that was in there would get shaved away, and I'd grow it from very, very short. Um, Now, of course, I just cut bits off whenever I want to now. Oh, you're saying goodbye, Miss Happy. Thanks for joining us. Nice to see you. Sharon, it's frizzy. Believe you me, it's frizzy. There's all sorts of frizzy bits, I tell you. If I don't put product on right away when it's still damp, it kind of ends up like this sort of really weird mess. Oh, Bonnie, you're too kind. Thank you. Bill's going as well. Bill, thank you for joining in. Kelly, I started going grey at 22, I think I was. And I used to dye my hair all the time because I used to like playing with colour. So I didn't really know what my hair colour really was until I stopped dyeing it and realised I was virtually white. Um, so I carried on dyeing it for a while. And then I thought, no, why not? I'll stop. And, you know, it's getting thinner. It is getting thinner now. I'm luckier than some people. Yeah, I'll ease back on myself. Yeah. Okay. Fireworks, Sharon, already. So go to my blog on richandpaul.com. There should be an article on there this evening all about fireworks and whether or not we should ban them. So richardandpaul.com, is it /blog?
Yeah.
/blog, richardandpaul.com /blog. Have a look on there. I'm talking all about fireworks tonight. So have a look at that if you can. Hi, Ishmael. Frizzies. Well, I'm not into frizzies. I use that Tiggy one, the rock curl amplifier. I find that really good. Have you tried, Sharon, have you tried Feliway? The plugin, the Feliway plugin. Try Feliway. There's a plugin and there's also the spray you can get that you can spray onto their bedding, and you can actually spray it onto yours as well, as long as it's not coming into contact with your skin. We found that calmed them down, although ours were never scared of fireworks ever, were they? Didn't bother them. Although somebody ringing the doorbell did. But, you know, fireworks, they were never bothered. I don't know why. I have no idea why at all. It worked for us when did we get Feliway?
It was anxiety with the no.
We got Feliway once, and I can't remember what it was for. It was when Millie died. It was Peanut's behaviour after Millie died, wasn't it? When Millie died, that was Peanut's daughter. We got Feliway because Peanut's behaviour was a bit anxious, and it seemed to calm her down. So it worked with us, but the link for the blog.
I've typed it up.
Yeah.
No, it's further up. richardandpaul.com further up.
Yeah, Paul's typed it in there, Graham, so it's there for you. Nexus is good. Okay, I'm assuming that's similar, like a pheromone, artificial pheromone. It didn't work for Sharon, unfortunately, for Sharon's cat. Oh dear, yes, I'm not surprised, Sharon. Well, it's not just bonfire night, Betty. It's Diwali as well here. And in fact, I will do a video on this because Diwali is a sight to behold from the top of our house. We look towards a town called Southall, which is just across the canal, and it's one of the largest Asian populations in London. In fact, people from India visit Southall to get an Indian experience. I'm not kidding, because it is like going to India. It's fabulous. Lots of shops, lots of restaurants, lots of fabrics, lots of Indian foods, spices, total Asian culture in a small area. and they celebrate the Hindus celebrate Diwali, and they set fireworks off for hours on end. It's like living in a war zone for a night.
Well, it's more than one night.
Um, well, no, it's one night, Diwali,
Yeah,
but
but it
people
goes
do
on
go.
for 2 weeks.
People go on. Bonfire night is the same in London. People are setting fireworks off weeks before and weeks after, and then of course we have to go through it all again for New Year's Eve. You know, so I'm debating all of that on my blog. So richardandpaul.com/blog. Have a little look and see what you think. Do you agree with me? Um, Personally, I think private firework displays in back gardens should be
Banned.
banned. I think it should only be organised displays. And I think if they won't ban them, then there should be a national register that if you're going to have a private firework display, you have to register it online so everybody else knows when you're going to be letting fireworks off. So at least you can prepare and get your animals in,
We sometimes just have them
you know?
randomly here, don't we?
And because randomly fireworks would just go off, you know? And you I mean, what if you've got a nervous disposition, or you are autistic, or you have an issue around flashes and bangs? I know a lot of older people used to have issues because of the war, you know? I knew somebody who couldn't bear hearing fireworks. They'd have to hide and block their ears and wear earplugs, you know, because they couldn't stand it, because it brought back really bad memories. Um, so, you know, fireworks can also be made noiseless. So, should companies be working on that? Noiseless and smokeless. Think of the amount of pollution that's going on in the atmosphere on bonfire night. So, you know, all of these things can be debated. Yeah. Okay, Kelly. Yeah, absolutely. It happens around here all the time, you know, and I think it should be policed in some way, shape, or form. We have the internet. Maybe we should start a website, register your display. It could be big, it could take off, it could be a form of policing for firework night. So there you go. The air is terrible on bonfire night. It's horrendous because it's that time of year where it becomes thick with moisture as well. So that just catches the pollution and it hangs in the air. So, yeah. Yes, of course, Graham. I mean, look, I've got to admit, and I do admit this in the blog, we used to celebrate firework night as kids massively, and as adults, younger, in our younger days. And we used to spend a lot of money on fireworks, and we used to let them off. So, you know, I have contributed in my time, but aren't we a little bit more evolved now as a nation, as a people? You know, aren't we thinking in different ways? Aren't we thinking more about the environment? I mean, what the heck happens to all the wildlife? They must be terrified, you know, all those poor little birds in their nests. And I don't know. I don't know. But read the blog. I'd be interested to hear your opinions on what you think, you know? Yeah, I know, Graham. Exactly. Well, Kelly, the thing is, I think it should be organized displays, um, synchronized to either music, or what about synthesized noises, synchronized with the display? So you don't need to have the bangs built in to the firework, make it up, but tone it down for sensitive ears. You know, I know quite a few autistic people who freak out at loud noises. absolutely freak out. You know, they've really got to take all their energy to hold it together on bonfire night. Um, so, you know, look, all the supermarkets are doing quiet hour, aren't they? Well, why not make it quiet day on bonfire night? Take the noise out of the fireworks. You know, that's what I think. And if I had any more time on my hands, I would start a campaign. Um, they'll, Graham, they'll make any excuse to set off a firework display. However, and I mentioned this in my blog, the firework display that was meant to happen over the Thames in London is apparently being cancelled because of the beluga whale that is currently in the Thames. So I'm really encouraged by that, that they're actually considering nature above entertainment because it's only entertainment, isn't it? I mean, you know, an hour of people going, ooh, ah, lovely, and a beluga whale in the Thames. I think the beluga whale is more important, you know. Thanks, Betty. Thanks for joining us. It's been great to have you here. Thanks for all of your support. Yeah, Graham, I think it's cool. So that kind of set me off thinking about it, which is why I wrote the blog article. Um, so, you know, I think there's lots to be discussed in terms of um, entertainment versus environment and what we're prepared to sacrifice just for entertainment. You know, it's like the Chinese lanterns being set off into the atmosphere and the balloons,
Balloons.
you know, then you see the picture of a balloon wrapped round a bird's neck or a cow that's chewed through the wire of a Chinese lantern that's landed in a field. I mean, all for a few people to go, oh, oh, look at that. Isn't it pretty? No, it's not pretty. It's a death trap. So people need to get over this. Um, you know, I recently saw a memorial to a child that had sadly died, but they set off 1,000 balloons into the sky saying, oh, they're going to heaven. No, they're not going to heaven. They're going into the Earth's atmosphere and they're going to kill several species of bird. Stop doing it. You know, stop doing it. It's not right. There's my rant. Rant over. Thank you. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, exactly, Sharon. I think you are talking our language, love. You're talking our language.
Not Vera's.
Yeah, I think so. I think so, Graham. I think we have to look at that. So, no, it's not. It's not at all, Graham. I think it's wrong, wrong, wrong. Um, and I think we need to think more carefully about these things now. I know that the fireworks industry has, you know, probably employs a lot of people, but, you know, hey, that needs to be thought about as well. Guys, we're up to 2 hours, 13 minutes. We need to eat. We have a curry waiting for us, the remainder of the curry. So I think we're going to start winding down now. Thank you, Sharon. You stay warm too. It's been lovely to have you here. It's been lovely to have everybody here. Love you too, Graham. Thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, let's wind things down. It's been great. We've put the world to rights as usual. We've discussed an array of subjects. One thing we haven't done this evening is reminisce and go down the old nostalgia route, which we normally do,
Trekking a bit tomorrow.
which is good because we've covered lots of other things. So bye to Pag and Angie, bye Sharon, bye Anna. Glad you enjoyed it. Bye Sarah. Take care. Enjoy your weekend, seeing your friend. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care, whatever you're doing. Be safe. And as far as I'm aware, we're going to be here next Friday as usual. Yeah, we should be. So take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye, Mags. I'm going to say goodbye. Have a good evening. Read the blog, richardandpaul.com/blog. Check out Planet Vegetaria, our Facebook group. We will do Bonnie. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Anna. And it's been really great. I've really enjoyed it, as usual. And thank you so much to everybody for joining in. Take care, everybody. Bye for now. Thanks for everything. Beam me up, Scotty. Yeah, you wouldn't be laughing if I just disappeared now, Bonnie, would you? And just went, ooh. Yeah, you see, I might do. Take care. I'm going to end the stream now, everybody. Say goodbye if you haven't already. Bye for now. Alexa, beam me up.
Hi, Captain.
Oh, did you hear that? She said, "I, Captain." Oh my God. I can't believe that. That was hysterical, Anna. I didn't know she did that. That was a good end, wasn't it? You weren't expecting that now. That was a good finale, everybody. Don't say I don't give you good value, because I do. I'm saying goodbye now. It was, wasn't it, Graham? There we go. Bye for now, everybody. Take care. Say goodbye now. I'm going to press goodbye first. I'm going to hang up first. I'm going to do it. My finger's hovering over the end stream button. Are you ready now? What a good end to the show. What a good end. Bye for now. Bye.